Hello, good morning, everybody. So, I did send for Speedy. I had him send Speedy down. So we have Speedy and we have Rusty. I figured I've got it all set up for that, so I might as well do it. We have our food and water over here, and I've been feeding them this. I know it's not ideal for horses, but we really don't have the garden yet. So today, I would like to spend some time and work on the garden. But let me show you. I am level 26 now. I'm gonna eat a little bit because I'm hungry. And I have talents. All my talents are here. I have 3 points. I'm gonna put those points in combat, and I'm gonna put them in my bow because I want to get down to arrow strikes slow your target, and arrow strikes bleed your target over time. This is my goal right here, is to get down to this. And I'm not sure how to get down to this because you got to get here, but I got this open. I got 3 points, but it won't. Let me do that one then. There we go. Okay, so I got that one down to there. Adds a further bonus to arrow damage. And what is this? Craft bows have increased durability. So we'll put one in there. And so we got one in there, one in there. I don't know. What is this? I guess I've got to put, because the string goes this way, so once I open that, this should have opened. But I don't know why it didn't open it. So let's put one in there and see. We get more points, we'll put them over here. But I want to build up my combat. Oh, I must have one in solo. I do. Let me see. For solo, I've been really building up my work over here to get minerals, to get mining. I'm telling you, it's just such a grind. Food buffs, pack horse, mobile stockpile, stone, wood, and metal weigh less in inventory. Yeah, we'll take that one. Alright. Now, up here at the top, right here where it says Tech Tree, underneath there, you see Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and Tier 4. I'm on Tier 3, but when you first start out, don't let this screen intimidate you. In most games, we're used to a menu that opens up and everything is vertical. You just scroll up or down to find what you want. All they've done is taken it and made it horizontal. So you start out with your character, you get your hatchet and your pick, and then you get your knife and you get your hammer so that you can build with it. And then across here, you got your sleeping bag, your fire pit, your drying rack for food, and then you got kind of cool stuff. You have your fire whacker and your shovel, stuff like that. So don't let this screen intimidate you. Up here, when you first start out, always remember basic water purifiers. Always try to get that one, and then your oxynizer. And your oxynizer, the reason you're getting that is because when you put oxide in your outfit, in this screen right here, when you put oxide in there, it burns quickly. I mean, very quickly. You lose it. But when you get your machine, this is not the oxidizer. This is the one from level 3. But when you get your oxidizer, it works the same way. You're going to have your oxidized goes up at the top. Your sulfur goes in the bottom. And then all you're going to have is a big balloon. And when that balloon fills up, if you put your mouse just right on it, you'll get a message that says take and you just breathe the air, and that fills you back up. And then if you move it around a little bit, like put it near the bottom of the machine, it'll say add oxidizer. And you can put up to 10 oxidized stones in there, and that will build up your air. Once you get to level 2, that's when the cool stuff comes in. You got your bladder for water, you got your oxygen bladder, and then you get your furnace, and you get your oxidized. This is what I have right here. This thing right here. This thing right here is awesome. You can get different tanks and stuff like that. We're going to do that today too. We're going to get different tanks and all that, and I'll kind of walk you through how you do that. But once you get this baby, it's awesome. So you make these guys right here, and all you do is just put them up in the top. There's 4 slots right here. Just put it in the slot. Take the good one in there. You got to put your oxide underneath it, and then you put your sulfur at the bottom, and that will put air. See, it's filling it back up right now, and you use hardly any oxide. It's awesome. Okay, and I'm doing this for my buddy RRG269. He's trying to play Icarus, and he's having a hard time with the basics because it doesn't tell you these things. I mean, it really doesn't. He's right. It doesn't tell you, but I've watched so many people play, Madstone is probably my favorite person to watch to learn how to do stuff, and his videos are MADDSTONE, Madstone, Mad with 2 D's. And if you go there and look at his stuff, you will see that he teaches very well. So anyway, I got to get some water. Let me go out here. Hey, Rusty. Good morning, baby. How you doing, huh? Let's give Rusty a little love. There you go. Oh, Speedy, I'm not leaving you out. I like the emu. I've been running around on him. I used him to do a job, and I'll talk to you about that here in a minute as soon as I get some water. And when you build your water, when you go to crafting on Tier 1, your tech tree, go to Tier 1 up here at the top, and then you look right here and you open up this guy. Now this is your basic water purifier, and you build it right in your inventory. Go to crafting. Everything's across the top of the screen there. Go to crafting, and you notice when you go to crafting, you get 2 choices with your drinking. You get there's that air bladder thing I was talking about, the oxidizer, that's that. So you come down here, you get 2 choices. You can get basic water purifier, or you can get rainwater purifier. The rainwater purifier you can put up on your deck or wherever, and when it rains, it'll fill it up and you can drink out of that. I like the straw. That's what I call it. This kind of reminds me, in new camping and everything, they have this straw. You can stick that straw down in any type of water and drink because it purifies it, almost 99.9%, but it purifies it. It's a wonderful thing, so I call this the straw. And you walk up to it and you can drink out of it. If you have a canteen, you just go to the canteen, like mine's in slot 0. I pull up my canteen, and then I just hit fill, and it fills the canteen if it needs to be filled. Okay? So it's if you just take your time, it really does make sense after a while. It was kind of difficult when I first started because I didn't know, how to do this stuff. And when you first start, you're going to get points when you do things, like when you chop down trees. Best thing to do is chop down trees and gather stones. Open up your bed. It's going to take 20 fur to get that bed. So before you open up that bed, get your tools. Get your bow. You're going to have to spend a couple of nights out in the wild with no shelter. It's inevitable. But get your bow. Get your arrows, your stone arrows. That's very important. And then come all the way over to the far right, and this is all your building area. You get your wood. I got wood first because you got to have a shelter. Once you start killing animals and getting all that stuff, you have to have a shelter in order to in order to put up your bed or put up a fire pit, or not a fire pit, but your bed to sleep in, you have to have a building. So that's very important. Okay, and it works the same way in tier 2. Tier 2, you have your anvil. Very important to get the anvil and the forge. Those are important. Get your oxidizer. These three things right here, you're going to get 4 points when you first come into to tier 2. When you get level 10, get your crafting workbench, your oxidizer, your forge, and your anvil. That's going to get you started. Okay. Once you get those, then you can get your bladders and your canteens when you get those points. Come over to the right, and up at the top you have all your tables. You have your cooking, and this is everything that goes along with cooking. Right below that are your tools. You definitely want the pick. Pick is number 1 always, because there's a lot of mining. We're miners. That's what we do, is we mine. We go into caves and get minerals. I don't like being in a cave myself. I've never been a dark place person. I don't like basements, things like that. But in this game, you gotta get used to it because you have no choice. But get you a pick. Then you can go get iron from the caves, and you can do this axe and the knife and the hammer for repair. The sickle is amazing. If you want to get more out of things around your base, get the sickle, because then you'll get seeds, you'll get a lot more items of fiber, all that kind of good stuff. That's really nice to have. Now, if you scroll over a little bit more, you're going to see that I got the skinning table. We get hide, fur, leather, bones, things like that from the kills that we make from the animals. This table will really make a difference when you're hunting. If it's a small animal, this is the table right here. You come up to this table and you open it, and you don't have to, it's got a list of all the animals out there. You do not have to harvest those animals. They do not go bad in this table. So you can fill this thing up full of animals if you can carry them. And if you can carry them, you bring them over and you put them in that table, and when you need stuff, you just come back and harvest them. Okay, and it gives you the leather, the fur, the bones. Now, there's certain animals you can carry and certain ones you can't. Of course, we can't carry a large deer. Let me see if I can find something. I'll show you what I mean. I thought I saw something walking by here. Let's see if I did. I did. Now, see, there's a horse over there. You can't carry a horse. There's no way you can carry a horse. They're too big. So you're going to have to skin that right at the spot. But deer, depending on the size of the deer. Now this rabbit. Oh, I missed the rabbit. I bet I can get the horse though. Okay. I'll see if I can find something else to kill. Alright, when you walk up to a horse, if you have something other than a knife, take the knife out of your hand, put your bow or whatever. When you walk up to it, see how it has a red knife? That's telling me that the only way I can get this animal is with a knife. And then I have to skin it. If you walk up to an animal that... Oh, hello. Hey. Hey. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. He's my helper. Oh, I see you. Alright, punks. So, anyway, if you walk up to the animal, let's take all my stuff back first off. And I use my axe because you get more bones with your axe than you do your knife, and the wear and tear on your knife. But if you walk up to an animal without the skinning tool and look down at it, see where it says hold to carry? I pick it up. I'm going to come back and get that guy here in a minute. I pick it up. Ooh. Come on. Sometimes the ground is funky and it don't let you run a certain way. I don't know why. Then I bring it over here to this table, and I open up the table, and over on the far right of your toolbar is the animal. All you do is just put them in there. And they are in there until you're ready to skin them and get their body parts. That keeps you from having so many in your pocket at one time. Get my arrow if there's one. Oh. Okay, fine. Alright. Go over here and put this guy in the skinning table. There we go. Put him in there. So now I can butcher those guys up anytime I want. And you're going to get more from your animal if you put them in the butchering table. Okay? So that takes care of the butchering table. The cook table is not a big deal. It just gives you better meals. It's like getting the grill and the cook pot. This is that version of that. That's all that is. And fat. I take this meat, the raw meat, and I convert that to fat because I need the fat to charge up my lantern, and you can also use it for other things. But this is just really good food to eat. Salting table is very important. Put your meat on the rack. If you're going to cook it, you have to cook it certain ways. You can cook it with fire, or you can cook it with or you can put it on the drying rack, either way. But if you'll notice, when you have basic dried meat, it tells you at the bottom there what it's good for. Once it's salted, see it says preserved 100% time before spoiling. It gives you just different things. So I take the meat, put it in your pocket, take it over to the salting bench, go out and hit on those pink rocks, and it'll come back in a bag, just like this, like Morton. You put your meat in there and just click salted. And now it's salted. And if you look at the time that has increased on it, you'll see that the meat, it's 4.2 hours until spoiled. 4.2 hours is a long time in game. So we're going to put that in there. I'm going to take this. I was trying to make drying rack, leather. I think I'm going to have to go out to my text screen. See, there's a lot of things I don't know how to do too. But, I mean, you just have to kind of figure it out, you know. It's not exactly in your face kind of stuff, but it's got a lot of, I like this game. It's very, very slow though. I'm not much for kind of waiting around kind of thing, but it's very slow, and you gotta have patience, lots and lots of patience. Rusty, I need for you to move out of the way, bud. Here, come over here on this bed. There you go. There you go. All right, so that takes care of that. My buddy's having a hard time with Icarus, so this video is mainly to help anybody out there that's having a hard time. When you can make the herbal table, let's go back to our tech tree. The herbal table is right here. It's on tier 2. When you get level 10, a lot of this will open up. If it's not part of level 10, it'll tell you when it opens up. See, it's got different levels that it opens. But your herbal table, if you open that up, it gives you a chance to make medicine. And to make medicine, you come to the herbal table and it'll tell you what you need. Like I make antibiotics, so when I go into the caves, I don't get that cave rot. It fixes it. And my health potions, I make those to carry with me so that if I get bit or something like that, I can get my health back. And I built this bag. It's a medical satchel, and only medical things can go in here. And I don't know why that's down there. Every time I sign on to this game, it comes back with the weirdest stuff out there, I tell you. So if you go into your medical satchel, see, these slots don't take up your inventory, which is nice. You get additional slots, but only medical stuff can go in here. You can't put just anything in there. It's only medical. And you get that through the textile bench. Let me go back in here. So under tier 2, there's a lot of different things you can do. Longbow, I opened up the longbow. They have steel arrows. I do want to get into steel arrows. I'm learning how to do steel right now. That's something that that takes a minute. Obsidian, I have no idea. I haven't even figured out obsidian yet. I did get this lantern. It's a waste of time. Don't do it. Just use your torch. Use a torch, the belly torch. It's simple. It's just fiber and sticks, and you can make it anywhere. Carry that stuff with you. This thing lasts, and it's the same. It's a little bit brighter than your torch, but not really worth the time. It's just not worth it to me. That's my opinion only. I understand. And then you're going to open up your mortar pestle. You know about that, Rick. And on your mortar, you can do epoxy. You can do crushed bone. You can do flour, and you need flour to make stuff. Over here on the right, you got steel bloom. I just opened that up. I'm figuring out how to make steel ingots. I know, it's pretty cool. And then fuel. I got to make fuel for the things in the future. Okay, and then over to the right, a little bit more is where you have your ranching station. This is where you get food for your animals, the beds so that you can tame them, your water, and your food trays. I would like to get into these guys, but I'm not there yet. Large water trough and a large food trough. I'd like to get into those, but like I said, it's not that big of a deal. This one works just fine. You really don't need these big ones. Your points are very important. So before you just start spending points, please read it. This is awesome. This textile, because you can get a backpack, which will give you a lot more slots. It's going to give you 6 more slots. And then over here you have your medical satchel, which is what I just showed you. That's what this is. You also have a farming satchel. And you can carry around, like if you were going to set up a greenhouse, you could carry all your farming stuff in there, your seeds, lots and lots of seeds and things, just so it doesn't take up a spot. I don't really want it right now because I'm not there yet, you know. Let me see. Armor. I am so horrible about this armor. Oh, hedgehogs. Get you some hedgehogs. They're just spikes. When you go out to do missions, use those hedgehogs to help you kill, like, especially wolves and things like that, because they're great on that. I've not used this before, the wood gate fortification and the wood walls. I haven't used them because I build over the water, and the animals don't really like the water, so that's the reason I do it, is because the animals don't like it. And these wood cabinets are wonderful. That's these guys right here. The wood cabinets. They have a lot of space as opposed to the small ones and the large boxes. We have some of those too. Let me see. Where are they? I think they're in here. Yeah. These guys. These guys here are great. They have a lot of slots too, but not as many as this guy. So just be aware. That's where that went. I've been looking for that stuff. What I did with it. Be aware that that you can get better. You can get better stuff. Let me see. My crafting bench. This is my old crafting. This is the original crafting bench, the one you start out with. This is your textile bench. I put that up because it's so big. My house is not big enough for that. But this is my new box here. And the reason I have this is because I can do steel. I can do steel screws, rebar, and I'll be using that in the future, I'm pretty sure. As soon as I figure out how to use it. I'm trying to get into water and electricity. I want to put electricity in here. So that's where I'm learning now, is how to do that. They come over and get their food and water. I'm thinking about moving it over here on this side, so that they don't come up underneath here like that. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. And then up here, is where I sleep, and I have this one so I can put my outfits in there when I get multiple outfits, which I really need to do. Really need to do. I just haven't done it yet. I don't have a lot of points. I've done a few caves. Let me show you. I went and did a cave the other day. I did not show y'all. I'm very sorry, but I did not show you. We're going to go do some more, but let's see. I did an operation. This one right here. Oh my gosh. Mission complete. This operation right here. I had to go out there and get the beacon, which is right here. And then, oh no, I think I showed you that, where we went out there and we had to protect this shed from little bears. Yeah. And the little bears tried to kill us. We did that. And then we did one where we had to get ores out of the mines. I don't know why in the world I did not tape them, but I did not. I don't know why. I have stupid moments, you know. It just happens. I will tape them from now on, I promise. But I wanted to get an idea of what they were like. Oh my gosh. This game is amazing. I really like it, but it is so grindy. I mean, seriously grindy.
Welcome back.
We're going to do this
Legos
one.
unit runs Icarus for the UDA. But most of this planet's still a blank on the map. The unit wants new drop zones, which means getting terrain scans. And they'll pay for the privilege. Just set up a radar at 3 locations and come back alive. You up for it?
Okay. Let's go and see what they have under... Can I get back to the other thing? Here, let me open this. I want to see what's up here. Locate a downed drone and protect it while it uploads its data from time sensitive. This one's time sensitive. Spelunking. Building. Build a watchtower. Ugh. I don't want to build a watchtower. Build a watchtower and place a beacon to mark the location on the map for future UDA use. Build. I can do it out of wood, that's not a problem. Man, oh man. Build a watchtower or protect a drone. Do not be confused by this up here where it says medium and hard. It's bullcrap, you know, because you can get an easy one and get killed really quick because it's hard, and then you can get a hard one and it's like, that was so easy. So they're mixed up. In here, I think they're just random. I think they just randomly go in here. I don't think they really look at what's hard and what's not. Are we going to build a watchtower? Let's build a watchtower. Let's build it. We'll have to go and figure out where the watchtower's at. Get some water here. Okay, so, a little rabbit. Alright, so let's look at our map, see where this is at. Oh, it's just right up there. Okay. We'll go up there and see what they got. But I got this beacon from that little cabin. It's amazing. I love it. Put that up here. Now I can find my house on the map. And I set it up to be a little house, so you can see it. If you walk up to the beacon and push interact, it'll come up and it'll let you pick out stuff, and you can put base, and then it'll tell you how far out you want to see it. I put no limit. I want to see it everywhere I go. I want to know which way's home. Okay, so before we do all that, I want to build a couple of things. First off, I want a canteen. And I have to make cured leather. And I thought you put it over here and it did cured leather, but I don't know how to do cured leather. So, god dog it, I'm always hungry. I should put points in food consumption. Seems like I'm always hungry. Alright, so cured leather. Down here in the bottom right, you can put words and it will find whatever that is. Like this is your leather outfits and stuff. See how it highlights it in yellow? But I want to see if it's got to be over here somewhere. Cured leather. Maybe I didn't pick it. Let's go back to tier 1. You got to jump back and forth sometimes on these tiers because you'll start out doing something, but it's cheaper under. I'm going to get the rest of this outfit too. I want to make me some more bone outfit. My outfit's about to break. Okay, so cured leather. I don't see anything here. Let's go to tier 2. Look through here. Cured leather. Leather bags. Leather outfit. I'd love to have this, but man, oh man. Let's go to tier 3 because I'm there now. And maybe cured leather is somewhere over here. I opened up my workbench, the canteen, and the new oxygen tank because it holds more. And then I opened up the mixer, cement mixer, because I want to go into cement. And now I have to decide what other stuff I want to open up right now. And that's what I was in the process of doing. I picked these guys out. I've still got some points, but I don't want to do anything with them yet until I know what I'm doing. So I'm just kind of learning them. This is that little portable beacon I have out front, but you got to look at what it costs to make it, because I've got to spend points for all those things. The copper wire, the gold wire, the steel ingots. I can do that one now because I know how to make it with the bloom. The platinum, the glass. I just haven't got to those yet. So don't spend your points if you can't make the item. Kitchen bench. Does that give me water? What does that do? Cooking and concocting complex recipes. You got to have water connected to it. See that little symbol there off to the right, the one with the looks like a teardrop with the little waves underneath it? That means you have to connect water to the individual thing, whatever it is. Cave scanner would be nice, but look how you got to make it. Copper gold wire. I don't have much gold. I had to give it up to the mission. I can make cured leather. How do I cure leather though? There's a glass working bench. And then over here you have all your specialty. Aluminum buildings, concrete buildings, stuff like that. Advanced masonry table. And of course to have that I'm gonna have to have water. So I need to find out how to do the water. I'm getting there. It takes time, but I'm getting there. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I need, and I need to make cured leather. How do I make cured leather? It's not over here, is it? Sometimes you can't do it because it's just not in your realm yet, you know, not in your tier, because I'm only tier 3. I haven't got to tier 4, but water, flamethrowers, biofuel lamps, platinum, copper wire, gold wire, electronics, concrete, and this, I want to get these axes, these platinums, but it takes cured leather. Where do I do cured leather? Okay, I put leather in here because I thought it would cure, but it doesn't say cured leather. That's, right there. I need, tree sap. Okay, I just need to throw some tree sap in there. Whew. That hurt my brain thinking about that. So I've been making tree sap too. Let's see what that does for us. Throw some tree sap in here. What does that do? Oh, it's curing. Okay. Hey. Read the screen. That's my hardest part, is reading the screen. I need sticks. I got a bunch of sticks right here. There we go. Let's get a bunch of these sticks so we can get some cured leather going. Do some sap. How many can I do? Okay. We'll let that work while we look over here. Cured leather. Who'd have thunk it? Hey, look at there. Alright, so we want to do a canteen first. I can't do it there. I've got to do it in this table. So what do I need for this canteen? I just need one cured level. Okay, let's get a canteen and we'll see how this works. Okay, good. Yay! I'm gonna make this canteen. Now this guy, 50 water when consumed, plus 50 water when consumed, so it's kind of like getting a double drink almost. But it can hold up to 5 liters. This thing holds up to, if you look up in the top right hand side in that little strip right below where it says water skin, it'll tell you how much this thing weighs, what percentage is it at. Like mine's at 100%, and then off to the right it'll tell you how much water it'll hold. This will hold 1 liter, and then this thing is going to hold 5 liters. So I'm gonna swap it out. I think I'm gonna drink the rest of that first. Consume it, because I'm always thirsty. Oh, let me fill up the horses or the animals. So to fill up the animals, all you do is open up where the canteen's at. It's in 0, and then notice how it says X to fill the trough. Let's do that. Put all that in there. Same thing over here. It uses push E and it brings up what's inside there. So let's go down here. I am going to put this canteen in there. And I'm going to fill this baby. Yes. Oh yeah. Fill myself up. Fill the canteen up. Now we got lots of water. I run out of water so much when I'm out and about. And I want to build the rest of my outfit too. Okay. I need some bone. I got bone in there. While we're waiting, because I also want to make this bladder, right, not that one, the new one. Where's the new one? Right there. I need steel ingots. Okay, to make steel ingots, you go to your pestle, and you have to do steel bloom. And you got multiple ways to make it. You can use iron and coal. You can use iron ingots and coal. You can use iron and charcoal. Or you can use iron ingots and charcoal. So, here's the difference. If you use the ingots, it's 3 ingots to 20 coal. Over here, it's 6 of the iron ore and coal. If you go here to the forge, it takes 2 of these to make 1 ingot. So it's more cost effective to get the iron ingot and use the iron ingot to make your steel bloom. And all you do is throw your steel bloom into the furnace and it will make iron or steel. And I have been doing a little bit I did a little bit. I got some steel right here. I got 5 of them. And I need, how many do I need? I need 20. So let's make, ooh, I don't have a lot of steel. Let me take this guy and this guy. May have to go back to the mine. If I go to the mine, I'll take you with me because just to show you how you can do it without having too much stress. Okay. Let me get some charcoal. There it is. And charcoal is cheaper than coal. Coal you got to get out of the mines. Charcoal just lets your fireplace burn. So I like to use that if I can. 11. That's not going to give me enough. I might have to go. Crap, we're going to have to go back to the. Unless I got some steel somewhere else. Let me look and see. Oh, I got some steel iron in here. Let me get this iron out. I got lots of iron because I went to do that mission. I keep a little bit. I'm going to keep iron out down here and copper down here. The rest of it out though in the furnace, just in case, because there's some stuff out there that wants you to build things with that, you know. So anyway, if I want to move all of this iron at one time, if you hold down the control key and the shift key at the same time, and then click one of the items that you want to move, it moves everything. I thought that was pretty cool. And you know what's sad is it tells you down at the bottom too. Left control and left shift and transfer all types. Yeah, it says it. But when do we read, really? I know. It's a bad thing. Okay, so let's see how much cured leather we got now. Good. Let that keep making.